Hey guys, it's Mike and I'm back with a quick review of a new product that just arrived for me last week. This one's called the Portico Solar Sound. This is an outdoor patio speaker with a lot of interesting features that I'm going to walk you through. So the first thing I wanted to do is give you an up close look at what this actually looks like. So this item is about 3 feet tall in total, maybe a little taller in fact. And you can see up at the top you've got a couple of glass panels. You've got a little shelf down here and then some real wood panels down at the bottom. If I show you underneath here, you can see there's a speaker mounted underneath, and then there's a little remote there. And if you go around to the other side, you can see it's sort of the same on that side, and if I show you the other side as well, it's sort of the same all the way around. So the interesting feature about this as well is on the top you've got quite a large solar panel. So I'll talk a little bit about how this all works and what this item is meant to do. So guys, the goal of this item is that you could put this out on your patio somewhere and it would give you high quality audio outdoors via Bluetooth, and because of that big solar panel on the top, which I just showed you, and I'll pan up here so you can see it again, it actually charges itself. So they say 12 hours should give you a full charge here. Which is great. There is an included DC adapter as well, but ideally you'll never need this. And like most solar panels, this should charge in an overcast sky as well. It's been sunny here, so I haven't been able to test that, but this hasn't run out of batteries yet as I've been using it. So I wanted to show you this item here. As you can see, this is a little remote. It pops out. And this gives you access to a number of controls. The first one I'll show you is the light. So there's a nice soft light. These are frosted glass, and so it provides a nice patio light. And then you have a number of other buttons: power on and off, track forward and back, and then play, pause, and Bluetooth pairing. So I'll let you listen to the sound in a minute. But one of the first things I wanted to say is the build quality here. So this is real wood. This is all metal construction all along here. This is all metal. And then you've got wood down at the bottom as well. It's very heavy. It feels extremely well made. I don't know about the water resistance of it. I would have thought that if it's going to be outside, it probably would or should be water resistant, but I looked through the instruction manual and it doesn't actually say whether that's the case or not. So that's something I'd like to confirm with the manufacturer. And speaking of the manufacturer, the technology in this item is powered by Freshie Tech, which makes a lot of other great Bluetooth items, including headphones and other shower speakers and things like that. And I've done some reviews on their products in the past. Thought I'd just give you a little close-up here of the remote so you can get a good look at it. And then it just sits quite neatly right in there. And if you can see up here, you also do have an auxiliary in, a power cable, and then a USB port, which is marked, which you can see there, USB out. Not exactly sure if that's so that you can play off of a USB key, or if it actually truly is a USB out. It's not totally clear to me, but pretty interesting. So I'll play you some music here and you can see how it sounds, and I'll give you some of my impressions about the sound quality. Okay guys, so I have this paired up now to another device, and so I'll play some music and you can listen and I'll tell you my impressions of the sound quality. So one thing you might have noticed there is that at some of the higher volumes, as I turn the volume up, you start to get a little bit of a rattling noise. I don't know if that's unique to this unit. I'm sure it probably is. It traveled a long way, all the way across the continent up to me here. So I'm thinking that probably just needs a little bit of glue around the speaker or something like that to stop it from bouncing and causing that little bit of rumble. There's no distortion at any volume, and it is very loud. I'll show you the speaker again here in a second, and you can see the diameter of it is very big. So there's a lot of volume here. The only problem that I've had is that you do get a bit of a rattle at higher volumes, but again, I think that's likely restricted just to my product. So I just wanted to give you a clearer underside view of this speaker. Again, you got the lighted glass panel up there, and then underneath you've got the speaker. So this is probably at least 8 or 9 inches in diameter, and you can see it's probably 2 or more inches deep. So there's a lot of power here in order to power this. So, you know, volume, they say that this should be able to broadcast out on a pool deck or on a patio very loudly, and I agree with them. It has the volume. The only issue that I've had is that rattle issue, but it certainly has the ability. This is, you know, a step up from your small little portable Bluetooth speakers in terms of volume and sound quality. You just have a bigger driver, which, you know, makes all the difference. And just a close-up of the solar panel there as well, which I think is a really unique feature here, right? There aren't many or any Bluetooth speakers that I've seen where you can just leave it outside and you know that it will always be charged and ready to go for the next time you're outside enjoying your barbecue or your day at the pool or whatever it is. So let me give you my overall impressions here and some of the pros and cons of this device. So one of the first ones that I mentioned was build quality. It's extremely well built. It's quite heavy, which is, I think, for this type of speaker, a good thing. It's not going to blow over in the wind if you have it outside on your porch or your patio. The light is a great addition. It's a nice soft light. You know, I personally like the fact that it's one color. It's bright and it's one color. It's a nice soft white. You know, there's no ability to change it to other multicolor LEDs. It's just a nice, soft, classy, elegant looking white color. You know, I think this would feel right at home from a stylistic perspective at any nice, well-appointed patio area. I think the solar panel is a great addition here. It's well placed on the top, and so it's going to get a lot of light. You know, it should generally just charge itself, and this should all be ready to go every time that you need it. So I think that's a great feature as well. The volume is great and will give you, you know, everything that you need for a small, you know, patio gathering. It's not the same as having a, you know, speaker system that has a dedicated subwoofer, although there is a bigger woofer integrated in that speaker I showed you. But you know, it's downward firing, so it's not, you know, broadcasting directly to the ears of someone listening, which is, you know, something you always deal with a downward firing speaker. But I think that the volume is going to be more than enough if you have a small gathering of people out on your patio or by your pool. In terms of criticisms of this device, I would say that rattling issue that I've faced, I think that is fixable, and I don't think that that is part of the design. I'm sure that the speaker isn't intended to do that, but that's something that I'll want to get fixed because it's preventing me from listening at anything higher than a moderate volume. I would say as well, the price, this I think is close to $400 US. It's a new item. I think when I looked at it a couple of weeks ago, it was still coming soon. It could be available for purchase now, or if not, it will be very soon. You know, that's expensive, $400 for something like this. It's certainly a lot of money, But I think if you want a semi-permanent solution to your for your outdoor area, this is a piece of furniture. That's the way that you need to think about it. You can use the shelf below as a place to store some things. It really is an outdoor piece of furniture that happens to have Bluetooth connectivity, a big speaker in it, a nice ambient light at the top. So I think if you think about the price and think that it's expensive, I think you need to think of it as a speaker and a piece of furniture all in one. I also think it would be interesting if they were to make this in different colors at some point, maybe white metal with a different color wood paneling. This is just one size fits all, and I think it looks great, but to the extent that they could change that up and offer different finishes for different patios and different styling, I think that would be a really great thing to consider doing. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching the video. The Cole's notes about this is I think it's a really great piece of equipment, especially if you're looking for a nice little side table for your patio and you want it to have some lighting and a speaker built in and the ability to charge itself with a solar panel on the top. It's really thoughtful, sensible design, power efficient, really makes a lot of sense for your patio solution. The price is a little bit expensive, but you need to think of it as a piece of furniture that has a bunch of additional functionality to it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Certainly get in touch with the guys at Portico Solar Sound or Freshy Tech. I'm sure they would be more than willing to answer any questions that you have. They're a customer satisfaction first type of company and are really great to deal with. So I certainly recommend that you get in touch with them if you have any questions about this item. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.